Welcome to InfoHub. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. So today we will be explaining to you all you need to know about layers. Do subscribe and press the bell icon and never miss any update from InfoHub. So let's get started. See, the first and one of the most important and basic thing, as I always say, is always prefer to work in layers and never work on a background layer. You can go and check part 1 to know more on the basics of layers. The link is given above. So let's start with the first property of layers, that is blending options, also known as layer styles. Let me explain to you with the help of an example. Let's say I am taking text. Now as you saw, on selecting text, a new layer is automatically created. Now let's say we want to add some effect on this particular text, so that's where we use blending options. You can select blending options either by right clicking on this particular layer, and as you can see, this is the option. You can also get blending options from here as well. As you can see below, there's an icon FX. You can get the option from here as well, blending options. The third method is simply double click on this particular layer and you can see property bar appears to you. But make sure you double click on the plain surface of the layer, because if you double click on this particular icon, as you can see, if I double click here, it means to change the property of this particular text, the color, the size, anything. And if you see, if I double click on this particular thing, it means to change the name of the layer. So always make sure you double click on the plain surface. So let's start now. Now as you can see, on double clicking, a property bar has appeared to you, and you can see you have a variety of options. I won't be explaining to you all, just to go through 3 to 4 styles which are most often used, and it's very easy. You actually don't need any brief on each and every style. So starting with drop shadow. Now as you see, if I click on drop shadow, the properties within this appear on the screen. For each style you have different options. So as you can see, you can change the distance of the shadow from here, the spread, how you want to keep it, either too firm or little light, the size, blur or sharp. This you can change from here. You can also set the angle of your shadow, which angle you want to cast your shadow. But remember one thing, make a note of it. Suppose in a particular project you are having, let's say, two different objects, let's say X and Y, and if you want to cast the shadow of X at 90 degree and you want to cast the shadow of Y at 120 degree, it won't be possible in that particular project you're working on, because it won't be applicable, because the angle is fixed for a particular project you're working on and it cannot be changed multiple times on that same project. When you're working on a different project, of course you can change the angle. Let me show you with the help of an example. It will be more easier to you. For example, let me first add some shadows. Now as you see, let me make a copy of this. You can either make copy by simply pressing Alt or by using the shortcut key Ctrl J. Now you can see these are two different objects. Now let's say this is the particular project I'm working on, and these are two different objects. Then I want to cast the shadow of X as well as Y. Let's say I want to cast the shadow of this at 90 degree and the shadow of this at 120 degree. Now if you see, if I select blending options and if I change my angle, it will by default change the angle of this particular shadow as well, because in the same project you cannot change the angle of shadows multiple times, and this is only applicable to this property. The rest you can change simultaneously. As you can see, if I change the distance, it will only change in this particular layer, it won't affect to this layer anymore. So in short, this is applicable only to the angle and not to the rest of the properties. So moving towards to next set of layer style. Now you can see we have options like color overlay, which means you can change the color of the text. Can be anything, green, blue. As you can see, it is changing side by side. The next is pattern overlay. Patterns, these are the patterns which are by default in Photoshop, as well as the one which we have made. So you can change the patterns from here. As you can see, you can scale your patterns from here. You can change the blending mode from here. You have a variety of options. See, each time you select a particular style, a preview is given to you here to give you an idea of what actually the style does. See, bevel and emboss means to just giving a smooth finishing to your edges. In bevel and emboss also you have an option called texture. This is the same as pattern. As you can see, these are all the patterns which is by default and the one which we made ourselves. So that's all about blending options, and I'm hoping you're very well clear with this topic. Okay, now moving towards to a very small thing which you need to know while working on layers, that is group. Now, how to make group and what is the benefit? See, in some projects there is no counting to the number of layers which we have created, and it becomes very difficult as well as so time taking to select that particular layer and to make changes to that particular layer. So to avoid such confusions, to save some time, we prefer to make groups in such cases. For example, let me say I'm adding a boundary. Let me add some more. Okay, now as you can see, we have got a number of layers here, and let me say I want this to be in a single group, so that even if I want to make any changes or even if I want to move, it won't be very difficult, because it's not necessary that these layers are in alignment to each other. So it's better we always make a group. See, because what we generally do is that first select, then make changes, and sometimes it's very difficult to find layers when we have so many layers in our project. So to avoid this confusion, grouping is very important. So now how to make a group? First is either by using the shortcut key Ctrl G, or from the icon which you can see below the layer tab. This is the icon for making the group layer. So now if you can see, this is the layer of the group. Now what you need to do is simply you need to add all the layers which you want to be in a single group. As you can see, simply select the layers which you want to be in a group, then pick and drop them in the group layer. Now if you see, if I close this icon, it will hide the entire layer which I've added in this group. See, this icon can be used to hide and unhide your layers. And also, if you notice, the number of layers has increased as well. So this makes your work more easy and saves your time as well. Now, in case if you want to make any changes or you want to move your layers, simply you need to do is select the group and you can easily do the rest. But just remember that in this group, if you want to make a particular change, so what you need to do is you have to go within the group and select the layer first, and then you have to make the changes. But if you want to make changes to the entire group, so then simply select the group and then you can do the rest. So that was all about the group, and I hope you were able to understand it. Now next, which I'm going to tell you in layers, is layers compositions. See, this is used where in a particular design we want different variations, and it is also time saving as well. So let me show you with an example. Now let's say this is any random layout which I have selected. Now let's say I want to make different variations of this particular layout. So usually how we make is copying each layer, changing the color of it, changing the text style, and so on. And see, there are also situations like where we need to present our work to clients or to anyone. So you know that it feels very awkward. We're changing our layers, scrolling them up and down in front of them. So to avoid this confusion and to make your work, look more presentable and more neat, we use layer compositions. It's a very helpful and a very, very powerful tool. So all you need to do is go to Windows. You can see an option called Layer Comps. Simply click on this, and there's an option here called Create New Layer Comp. Simply click on this and let's name it option 1, option A or option 1, anything you want to. So this is the option A which you have created. But yeah, make sure all these properties are on so that if you make any changes, it is applicable to each and everything. So this is the option A which you have created. Now let me say I want to change the color of this particular layout. The method is same as we do. The only difference is that the complete version is being saved in this particular property layer comps, and you don't need to check here again and again, but the properties are obviously changed from here only. For example, let me say I want to change the color of my let's keep red only, and the color of this as well, same. We can see. Now let's say I want to change the style of the text as well. So all you need to do is first make a copy, as we always do. You have to off this layer visibility so that it doesn't overlaps, and let's change the copy. Let's keep it this, and the rest is the same. Simply make a new layer compo. Let's name it option B. Okay, and if you see, if I click on option A, this is the layout which I have created, and on clicking option B, this is the second layer which I have created. Now if you see carefully, the layer visibility of this particular text is off, but it doesn't make any difference here because we have checked into all these properties. And now I'm hoping you understood why you need to always on these 3 properties. So that was all about layer comps, and you can make multiple layouts you want to, and it's very time saving. Okay, now let's move towards the last topic of our layers, and that is layer mask, one of the most interesting and a very useful property which you need to know. See, this in simple words, the purpose of layer mask is to merge images. It can be 2, 3 or many more, as many as you want. So for example, let me say I'm taking these 2 particular images and I want to merge them, and let's say I want to change my view from this to this. So the first thing you need to do is make the layer mask of that particular image which you want to merge. You can make layer mask from here, as you can see below. This is the icon for making layer mask. Simply click on this and you can see a layer mask is created. You can see both the layers are linked. This is the icon which shows that the layers are now linked. Okay, now moving towards to how does this work. See, the first thing you need to know is that set the foreground color to black, and remember this always when you are using layer mask. Sometimes the foreground layer is by default set to black as you select the property of layer mask, but make sure you always check before proceeding. Okay, now with the help of brush tool we can simply start our work, but before that always remember the brush you select should be of 0 hardness for a smooth finishing. Now simply using the brush tool, just erase the part which you don't want. The size you can change accordingly in between according to your preference. Now if you see, the edges of our image has also become blurred. So in such cases what you can do is With the help of eraser tool, we can define its edges, but you need to use it very carefully. The size you can change accordingly with your preference. Now we can see we have successfully merged this into one image. Now let me show you the end result. Let me show you some more examples as well. So here we go. See, you can use different tools as well to modify your picture more, but this was just an example to make you understand the purpose of layer mask. So that's all about layers and their properties, and I'm hoping that you had an interesting class and you were able to learn something. So see you in the next class. Thank you. We hope you like this video. Give your feedback in the comment section. Now you can also follow us on all social medias. Hit like and do subscribe our channel for more interesting videos.